Hello everybody, welcome back, and I'm TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Pokemon anime characters. My favorite top 5 Pokemon anime characters. Not just Pokemon in the games and everything in general, no, the anime. From the anime, who are my favorite characters. Now, listen to this though. You can put your guys' comments and thoughts and theories and the discussion and who do you like in the comment section below, right? But these are my opinions. Again, this is all my opinions. Some of these are obvious. Some of these are like, what? Like, why are they there? I'll have to explain. But post in the comment section below your guys' thoughts and feelings, and who do you like? So anyway, I'm going to start off with some honorable mentions. First off, the first honorable mention I'd like to say is Alon. And the reason why I have Alon here as an honorable mention, although I hate the fact that he screwed over the league for Ash, and he beat Ash in the league, I do have to give him credit for that at the same time. He is the first ever rival to never lose against Ash. Even in the Pokemon League, he never lost to Ash. To him, staying ahead of Ash meant that he was the best, that he was the strongest, that he will not be defeated if he at least stays above Ash. So in a way, that kind of gives credit to Ash too, because to be the strongest, you have to be above Ash, and I think that's kind of like the way Alon was thinking. And Alon was during all the way through like the Mega Evolution acts. He was introduced. He was a protagonist, antagonist, protagonist. Overall, just a full, completely great character as a rival. And he was Ash's strongest rival, technically, because since he never lost to Ash ever. And this was Ash's strongest team. It was during the Kalos League, you know, Kalos region. So, gives a huge props to Alon there. The second honorable mention I have to give is to Team Rocket. Now, Team Rocket is obvious. It's kind of like nostalgic purposes. They're here for the conflict. I mean, they're the majority of the conflict. They're crucial. They're vital to the series. We're probably going to see them forever now. They never got rid of them. They're the main antagonists, but we all like kind of sympathize with them at times. I would love to see a Team Rocket arc at some point. That would be fantastic. That would be great. But in a way, I do want to see like maybe them get some kind of moment where maybe they realize that they're not supposed to be evil anymore, you know. Although I don't think that's ever going to happen. I just think that Team Rocket sees that they do better when they're good, when they're evil. I think they're more successful when they, you know, are on Ash's side, right? As opposed to being against him. But we do love these characters. I do love Team Rocket, so I'm going to put them on my honorable mention list. And the last honorable mention I have to say is Scratchy Girl. She appeared for like 1 minute on camera in XYZ for this performance, but everyone like fell in love with her immediately, and she's just really, really cute, and for some reason I just really, really want her back in the series. And she was only there but she captured our hearts, man. Okay, she was only there for like a minute, but I want her to be back, and everyone's like, why isn't that Kalos Queen, honestly? So, I mean, those are my honorable mentions, and let's get right to the top 5, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5 is Gary. Now, Gary to me, is my favorite rival, even over Alon, like I said before. Gary was the first rival, and they've been at each other's throats, Ash and Gary, since they were children. And Gary holds a special place at number 5 here on my list because he was Ash's first ever real like rival. He's the first ever antagonist conflict thing that Ash encountered. Really was right from the bat Gary, right? Besides Team Rocket. So the fact that it took 2 series just to get to the Pokemon League, these guys, and then we were waiting for this battle, the ultimate battle in the Johto League that Ash finally beat him. That was such an iconic moment, and Gary's such an iconic character now that I can't leave him out of this list. To me, he's my favorite rival out of all the rivals that Ash has had. He's the most iconic, and the fact that they're best friends now after their whole history of like splitting that Pokeball and everything, all that wrapped up in one nice little story with closure at the Johto League. Gary gets his place at number 5. Now, at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, we have Brock. Now, Brock is, I feel like a lot of people, this would be on a lot of people's list. Brock is just like the first ever gym leader. He was pretty much Ash's first ever companion ever. Brock is loved by everybody. People wanted him back in the series when he left in Orange Islands. People wanted him to stay even right now. People want him back. I want him back. Heck, I want to see him again. He's on number 4 on my list, right? So, I want to see Brock again. He was a great guy. He was going through all these different journeys. He was a doctor, breeder, gym leader, trainer. He was all sorts of things, right? So, I would really like to see Brock back and see where Brock has progressed in his career, you know, in his goals. I know he met Silent in that cameo, but he didn't appear at all in XY or XYZ. So is Brock gone for good? That's a question mark. I hope not, because Brock is personally one of my favorite characters, as well as I love the whole, like, joke where he made the little frying pan as a drying pan. That's classic. Oh my gosh. And then plus with all the women and all those jokes, all that kind of gags, you know what I'm saying, the marriage gags and everything that Brock does with Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny. I almost forgot her name. Anyway, but that's number 4 for Brock. And at number 3, ladies and gentlemen, my third favorite is Ash Ketchum, the main protagonist of the series. How could he not be on everybody's top 5? Because he is like the main focus. You know, every series he changes a little bit, but it's his story. And we want him to succeed, and we want him to do good, and we like him most of the time. Sometimes we're like, come on, Pokemon. Like, we don't even really blame Ash, we blame the writers, right? So, for the way he acts at certain times, or when he loses. That's a writer's fault. We don't ever see Ash as it being Ash's fault. So usually most people like Ash in almost every way possible. But Ash does have some faults here and there that writers are kind of responsible for. But otherwise, I really like the XY and XYZ Ash. That one, to me, I relate to that one the most. I like that Ash the most. He pushed himself to the limits. He was the essence of a great trainer. Alon looked up to him, Shoda looked up to him, everyone looked up to him during that series. He was now what everyone's idol, pretty much, at that point. Sun and Moon, he still kind of is an idol, a little bit, to the characters around, but back up in XYXYZ, he had his prime. So hopefully maybe Sun and Moon will do that too, and keep him at his prime as well. Maybe extend beyond that and actually have him win a match, please. Please just win a league and accomplish your goal, what we've been watching Pokemon all this time for, right? Anyway, he's at number 3. Now, for number 2, the top 2 Pokemon anime characters, in my opinion, for at least for me. And number 2 will come as no brainer, no shock if you've been following me long enough. You know me. Number 2 is Mallow. Now, I go crazy nuts every time I talk about Mallow, so I try not to go crazy nuts this time. But Mallow, I could relate to Mallow more than most characters in the series entirely. I mean, Mallow to me is one of the best characters. I love her personality, I love her appearance. She's only been in here for 20 episodes, but she's what keeps me in Pokemon right now. Right now. Even last series, like Ash, changing his motives, becoming oh gosh, I'm almost choked. Becoming more powerful than ever. He was like the main focus, so it was like Serena, but Mallow in this series, she is what's keeping me here. She makes me smile every time I see her. My eyes draw to the screen and draw to her. She's like the poster girl of Pokemon Sun and Moon, right? She's like the centerpiece, besides Ash. I mean, she has that like blue and red outfit, sort of. It's kind of, I don't know if it's more like pink in the back, but she has like all these prominent colors, right? So she's really kind of that eye catcher as well. But I really, really love Mallow, and she's on this list, and she's like my Twitter mascot and all that for right now. Maybe I'll make her my mascot later on, but she is huge on my list, and she probably will take number 1 eventually. But for right now, it's only been 20 episodes, so she's at number 2. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for number 1. Number 1 on my list is Serena. Now, there's so much debate going on around Serena and the more shipping and craziness, and more shipping happened, and people have been gnawing at each other for years. But listen, Serena for me is my favorite character of all time. I've been away from Pokemon for so long, and the last time I really viewed it was maybe the Hoenn region, kind of, not really. But Serena got me back into watching this. The curiosity of more shipping and Ash's change in personality and attitude, and the fact that he was like the idol and everything. This combination is what got me back into the series. And I have to give a huge credit to Serena and love to Serena for doing this for me and getting me back in to watching the show. I am a huge Amore shipper. I highly support it. And throughout XYZ, every episode we were anticipating and anxious to see what was going to happen with Amore shipping, right? And finally, in the end, it paid off with the iconic kiss from Serena to Ash. The whole relationship thing, the whole romance thing, it had its closure. It was probably better than we ever thought, and that's why Serena really holds her place here, is because she got me back. She's the first ever companion or female companion to have a romantic relationship with Ash, just like to kiss him, really. I mean, first ever want to do that. I mean, she has all this stuff going for her. She's really relatable in her journey. You know, how the fact that she got punched in the mouth right in the beginning, right? With going to the Pokemon performances, but then she came out of it better than ever. You know, she came out of it, and she hung in there and ended up succeeding. You know, almost becoming Kahlo's queen. But it kind of relates to a lot of people, because when you start new things, sometimes it gets rough, you know? And I think that she kind of relates to a lot of people. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are my top 5 Pokemon anime characters. And the top 3 with Ash, Mallow, and Serena, I justify them being the top 3 because, you know, Ash is the reason why we watch the show. You know, he's the overarching reason. Everyone should love him. Mallow, for me, is the one that's keeping me in the show, right? And then Serena is the one that got me back into it. So with those 3, the combination, I feel like that justifies my opinion in regards to my top 3. I mean, why I like these characters the most is because, you know, they keep me in the series. They got me back, and they're the purpose, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, post your guys' thoughts and feelings down in the comment section below. What are your favorite characters? Do you agree with some of what I said, or do you have your own opinions on the characters that I've said? Maybe you agree with the things I say, but maybe you have different opinions, you know? But, ladies and gentlemen, post that in the comment section below. Also, post any topics or ideas of videos that you would like for me to post later on in the future. I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. We got this Litten and the Ho-Oh, not Ho-Oh episode, but the Tapu Lily episode next up. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks guys for watching this. Can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, subscribe if you need to, and peace